Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine. So let us try to see what all are the things that we have discussed in neighboring group participation so far. Okay, we have seen neighboring group participation due to sigma as well as pi bonds. We have also seen neighboring group participation due to non-Bournel cation. We have seen neighboring group participation due to lone pair of electrons, and we have also seen neighboring group participation due to phenyl group. Now in my today's class, let us try to see how exactly these halogen atoms they are assisting in neighboring group participation. So for that we have an example of 2R, 3R, 3 bromo, 2 butanol. Now whenever this particular name is being given to us, first is we have to draw the structure of a molecule. So this is a pairing derivative, that is butane. So you have OH, H, and you have this bromo group. Now what you can do in this particular structure is you have to assign configuration. Now this particular, so OH group, this carbon 3 and 8. So it is going in anti-clockwise direction, but the group of lowest priority hydrogen, it is on the horizontal line. So that means it is coming towards the observer. So it is R. Now this bromo group, so it is once again going in anti-clockwise direction. Again the group of lowest priority, it is present on the horizontal line. So that means it is coming towards the observer. So you can write it as R. So it is 2R, 3R, 3 bromo, 2 butanol, and this is a trio. So that means when the two groups are present on the either side, this represents your trio configuration. So you treat it with HBr. So what you get is, you get Bl pair of 2,3-dibromobutane. So let us try to see what is the strategy that we need to adopt so as to arrive at the formation of the product. Now this is the Fischer projection formula. We try to convert it into Sohor's projection formula. So both the groups, they are going below the plane. OH group is present on the left hand side, hydrogen is present on the right hand side, bromo group is present on the right hand side, hydrogen is present on the left hand side. Now you have to rewrite the structure in such a way so that the group which offers anchimeric assistance and the leaving group, they both are anti with respect to each other. So that means they should obey anti-periplanar relationship. So you have this OH, you have this bromo group. So this is CH3, this is hydrogen, then you have this CH3, you have this hydrogen. Now what you have to do is this particular formula that you have written. So now you can very well see the OH group and the bromo group, they are anti with respect to each other. So in this case what you need to do is you need to interconvert it. So bromo group, it is going below the plane, OH group, it is coming above the plane. So now when this is your viewpoint, so hydrogen, it is coming towards the observer, and methyl group, it is going away from the observer. So this hydrogen, once again, it is beta, and this particular methyl group, it is going away from the observer. So whenever you are trying to do such interconversions, now you can see for yourself. So this particular problem involves interconversion exercises. You are starting with Fischer projection formula, having the Sohor's representation, and further to which you are writing it in the 3D representation or flying wedge formula. But please remember that whenever you are trying to do all such interconversions, okay, the configurations of the asymmetric carbon atoms should not change. So let us try to cross check it. Now OH group, so this is going in anti-clockwise direction. The group of lowest priority, it is beta. So that means it is coming towards the observer. So this is R. So bromo group, again this is going in anti-clockwise direction. The group of lowest priority, it is beta. So that means it is coming towards the observer. So it is R. So you have started with RR and this is also RR. Now let us try to imagine the reaction conditions HBr. So this picks up a proton and then you have that Br minus. So what you observe in this particular case is you get what is known as protonated alcohol. So OH2. Then why the purpose of converting the OH group into OH2 group is that OH2 group, it is a good living group, but whereas OH group is not. So that means now what you find is the halogen atom which contains the lone pair of electrons, it helps in knocking off the protonated alcohol as a water molecule, leading to the formation of a bromonium ion intermediate. So you are having the group. So you have CH3, you have hydrogen, then you have CH3, then you have this hydrogen, and there is a positive charge. Now what you find is the configuration of this particular methyl group is alpha. This particular methyl group, it is also high alpha. Then both the hydrogens are beta. So that means they have the identical configuration. So if you can imagine passing a mirror plane through the molecule so that the left half becomes the mirror image of the right half. So that means this intermediate, it is symmetrical. So you can say that it is achiral. This particular intermediate is achiral. Now out of this HBr, you have utilized H+. Now let us try to see the role of Br minus. You are having this Br minus, it leads to what is known as the ring opening of this particular intermediate. So let us try to see if this is pathway A, this is pathway B, this is pathway A and this is pathway B. So what you can do in this particular case is you can write both the things. So you have this pathway A, you have this pathway B. So when you have this pathway A, what you find is the bromo group, it attacks over here. You are having this methyl group, you are having this hydrogen. Then you have the bromo group, then you have the methyl group and you are having the hydrogen. So this is it. Then you have through pathway B, you have this bromo group and you have this bromo group which causes the ring opening. Then CH3, you have this hydrogen, then this hydrogen beta and you are having this methyl group. Okay. One way is like you obtain this. Now what we can do is we can assign the configurations. So if you try to look at this, so this particular bromo group, it is going in anti-clockwise direction. The group of lowest priority, it is present towards the observer. So this is R. So this bromo group, it is going in. So what you can see in this particular case is you are having this particular bromo group, then so it is going in clockwise direction, but the group of, so what you can see in this particular, but the group which is present coming towards the observer. So now Again, if you try to look, this is bromo group. So you are having, it is going in S, so it is R. Again, if you try to see, so now this is going in anti-clockwise direction. So this is R. So I am sorry, here if you try to see, it is going in clockwise direction, but the group of lowest priority hydrogen, it is coming towards the observer. So that means it is S. Now again, if you try to see, it is going in clockwise direction. The group of lowest priority hydrogen, it is coming towards the observer. So it is S. Now what you find is, here the configuration is R, here also it is R, here also S, S. So that means they form what is known as enantiomeric pair. So when each of this it is formed in equal proportion, it forms what is known as DL pair. Okay. So this is in accordance with our observation. Now the question can be asked in the examination. Although you all are starting with optically pure compound, but you end up with optically inactive DL pair. So the reason for this particular thing is, that is, there is equal probability of attack from the bromide ion, that is, it involves both this pathway, so you get the formation of the enantiomers. So one way I can say is, that is, through pathway A you are getting SS, through pathway B you are getting RR. So that means equal probability is there. So if you are not sure of assigning configuration for this particular thing, what you can do is, you can try to interconvert it. So first is you interconvert it into Sohus projection and then write the Fisher projection formula. So whenever you are trying to interconvert, I repeat, whenever you are trying to interconvert, please make sure that the configuration which you designate here, it should be same for the final structure. So configuration of two carbon atoms are opposite with respect to this. So that means you can very well explain that this forms a DL pair. Okay. So this is with respect to threoisomer. Then you have an erythroisomer. So let us try to see what exactly is the observation in case of erythroisomer. So this is 2R, 3S, erythro, and in presence of HBr, you are getting the meso compound as the major product. So again, you try to redraw the structure. So I try to draw it in such a way so that the leaving group and the group which offers antimeric assistance, they are anti with respect to each other. So when I convert it into Fisher projection formula, 3D projection formula, so this is, now if you try to assign, so it is 2R3S. Now the carbon atom to which OH group is attached, it is 2R. So now it is going in anti-clockwise direction, but the group of lowest priority hydrogen, it is beta, so that means it is coming towards the observer. So this is R. Now it is going in anti-clockwise direction, and so also the group of lowest priority, it is going away from the observer. So it is S. Now what you can see in this is the lone pair of electrons on the bromo group, it involves the loss of water. So again you get the formation of bromonium ion intermediate. Now if you try to compare it with the previous example that we have discussed, what you find is this methyl group is beta, this methyl group is alpha. So even if you try to introduce a mirror plane, so that means there is no symmetry which is observed in this particular molecule. So this intermediate which you try to get, it is a chiral intermediate. Now when you try to bring about the ring opening, so Br minus, so this is pathway A and this is your pathway B. So pathway A and pathway B. So you have this bromo group, then methyl group, then pathway B. So you have this bromo group, this bromo group over here, then this hydrogen, and this is the methyl group. So again what you try to do is you can assign configuration. So this bromo group, so it is going in anti-clockwise direction. The group of lowest priority hydrogen, it is present on the, it is coming towards the observer. So this is R. Now if you try to assign configuration over here, so this is again it is going in anti-clockwise direction. The group of lowest priority, it is going away from the observer. So this is S. Now if you try to look at this particular structure and then assign configuration, so 1, 2 and 3. So again it is coming in clockwise direction, and also the group of lowest priority, it is going away from the observer. So this is R. So this particular carbon, now let us, we haven't written the methyl groups and the hydrogen. So you are having this methyl groups and you are having this hydrogen. So bromo group, now it is going in clockwise direction, but the group of lowest priority, it is coming towards the observer. So it is S. Now remember one thing, here the configuration, it is S and R, and here you are also getting the R and S. Okay. Now when the ends of this molecule, they are similar, and when the configuration of one asymmetric center is opposite with respect to the other, you get what is known as a meso compound. In earlier example, the intermediate that was formed was achiral, but in this particular structure you are getting the chiral intermediate, through which you are getting the formation of a meso compound. So one way is to do this particular thing. Then the other way, if you are not able to do this, then what you can do is you can try to interconvert it. So what I try to do is, you are having the bromo group, you are having this bromo group over here, methyl group is going away, then hydrogen is coming like this, methyl group is coming like this, then hydrogen, then methyl group, then you are having this methyl group, then hydrogen, then bromo group, then again you are having this bromo group, you are having this hydrogen. Now again if you try to look for this structure, then you are having the bromo group, then hydrogen, then you are having this methyl group, then bromo group, then methyl group, and you are having this hydrogen. So once you get this, then you can try to interconvert. So methyl group, then bromo group, you are having this hydrogen, then this hydrogen, and you are having this bromo group. So this is methyl group, this is methyl group, then hydrogen, hydrogen, bromo group, bromo group. Now you can clearly see that there is a symmetry which is present in the molecule, wherein the top half becomes the mirror image of the bottom half. So same thing is applicable over here. Okay. So configuration of one carbon center is opposite with respect to the configuration of the other. And so also what you can see is, if you try to carry out in-plane rotation of one of the structures, then it becomes superimposable with respect to other. So that is why we can very well conclude. So what we can see from this particular neighboring group, so we can summarize it like this. Now neighboring group participation, it occurs, so that means the groups, they should be adjacent with respect to each other and they should obey anti-orientation. Then you should also learn what is known as anchimeric assistance, wherein the groups, they should be anti with respect to each other. Now we have seen two observations. In case of 3O, you are getting the enantiomeric pair of 2,3 dibromo compound. In case of 3O, you are getting the meso compound. So in case of 3O, you are getting the intermediate is achiral, but in this particular case, you are getting the chiral. So the examples have been discussed in such a way that you can also have a taste of stereochemistry, wherein you learn to interconvert each of the structural formulae and thus assign the configuration. I hope this particular thing was very useful. Do like it and subscribe in huge numbers. Thank you very much, students.